Hey guys, Sam from 3D here. In this short video, I would like to show you Asset Library. It's a new feature in Blender. I think it can be pretty cool for you because it can speed up the whole process. I will show it to you on our ICONZ library, so you can see that there are like multiple icons, foods, Christmas, basic, medic, other, school, weather, and so on. It will grow in the future. But basically, this works similarly like components in Figma, for example. It means that you create a component and then you can just drag and drop it to do your scene, right? So this is super simple to do, and then you can just delete it, and you can play, you can rotate, you can scale it, and so on and so on. You have predefined components, assets. It can be anything here. It can be icons, it can be characters, and much more. It can be even materials. So you can just drop the icon here, then drop the material on top of the icon, and you can really fast change what you need to, and you don't have to copy paste and have really slow workflow. First thing first, how to get here, you need to go to click on this little icon and just find the asset browser and you will get here. Just to be sure how to import, you need to go to preferences, go to file paths, asset libraries, and you can add multiple libraries inside. In our case, I just used the one where I have everything like from the icons, like source files and also the text files. Once it's here, it will be shown here. And here in current file or user library, you can. So again, you have many icons. We want to grow this. Right now there are 300 icons and you can easily drop them, play with them, put them on each other, like in the bowls, the beer, and so on. One thing what I want to mention is if you want to create, for example, some asset and put it inside, you need to go on the any layer, right click, market asset, and it will be shown in the asset. It will be shown in the unassigned, but you can just with the drag and drop put it in any other catalog and you can create new one, for example, for the lights. You can just from unassigned go to lights and that's it, and you can just save it here and it will be saved. Okay, so let's jump to something practical. Let's say I want to create something like this inside of Figma. So I will connect Blender and Figma and I will use some more advanced 3D icon inside some landing page. So let's do it together, step by step. I prepared little landing page where I will try to put inside on the landing page about the default. I will put some icon. I need some icon where this is the web page, and this web page, this business is doing the burgers. So I need to take some 3D burger and to use something from foods, right? So I'm going to use the asset library to build it a little bit more advanced 3D icon. Okay, so let's do it. Because it was regarding the food, regarding the burger, I'm going to use the burger. Okay, so I have the burger. This is how it looks like. And then let's take a look what we have inside. We have also the French fries, for example. So I think it can be pretty cool to put it together next to each other. So it will be just like, let's see, like this. It can be behind, so it's more like burger is the most important. I hit the 0 on numpad and I'm getting to the view of the camera. All right, so this is how I can combine the things. I can have some soda. All right, so it can be again behind. I'm going to rotate. All right, a little bit. Just play with that. Okay, that's cool. Let's say what else we do have here. For example, I can put the salt bottle and put it on top of the burger or on top of the French fries because it can be pretty fun. Right, so it needs to be a little bit bigger. And now I need to just make everything smaller, fit what I need to fit the camera, so it will look good on the render. Just give me 1 second, I will do some more adjustments. Now what I want to achieve is also that I want to have some background and I want to have the shadows. So I'm going to import the background from other library. Let's say from the characters. Okay, so I'm in the characters library and now I'm going to insert the background. So it's here somewhere. I'm going to just put it in a different location. I can see it here. I can move it up or down or whatever I want to. I'm going to take a look from the y-axis and I just want to be sure that everything is nicely positioned so I can see. I'm going to put different viewport shading so I can nicely see that it's working pretty well. file. Okay, that's cool. If for some reason you don't like how something looks and you want to change the French fries, for example, you need to go to the component or the asset and change it inside the asset. So for example, this is the French fries and I need to go to, here is the French fries, and I can change something what I don't like. And as you can see, this is the original file. Sorry, this one is the original one, the asset, and this one is like the component, like I'm using the instance of the asset and I'm moving it, right? So you can see that you can play with it, and you are like changing the master component, and it's affecting all the other assets, all the other components. So it's pretty cool what you can do here. And also you can jump to edit mode, select all, and just separate by material, and you can play with the French fries and go a little bit beyond. It's a little bit more advanced, but still you can do that for sure. But for now I'm going just to I want to have the white background. Okay, this is what I like. One little trick here is that I don't want to render the background, but I just want to render the shadows. So I'm going to the shadow catcher. I click on the background, and I need to go to the object properties and then the mask to shadow catcher. And right now it won't render like the color, but it will render the shadows, which is pretty cool because this is what I need on my web page. I'm going to render it. Okay, one thing what I like forget, because in the render I didn't see the shadows, but as you can see I didn't have also it was disabled in render. So let's do it again. Okay, so I see the render, but for me it's a little bit more like it's really flat. So I need to play a little bit with the light. So let's jump to the light and let's change it. Because they are disabled, I need to enable them so I can play with them and change them. What I'm doing, I'm just moving them around and place them as I want to. Achieve like nice looking 3D look, you need to place the light behind. It will create some kind of outline, and now, right, it looks much more 3D. The inspiration around the lighting you can take from the real photographers, I mean from the real sets photos, and you can just copy that and play with that. I will give a little orangish look. I'm pretty satisfied for now, so I will just going to render it. Okay, so this is the render. I think I will just put a little bit more light from the side. Okay, so this is it. I'm going just to save it and use it in our design in Figma. Okay, now I have all the things up. I'm just going to bring some contrast, little exposure, saturation, so it's a little bit more. I can play with the highlights. If you want to go a little bit further, you can go to Photopea or any other tool. Okay, so I changed little contrast and all the things, but one thing what I don't like a little bit is that this shadow is pretty strong. So I'm going to render only the image and the shadow different, like in the different layers, and I will play with the opacity, and it will solve my problem. So let's do it. Okay, so what I need to do is to go basically to click on the components, on the assets, and just turn off the view. Again, I'm in the object properties in ray visibility and just turn off the camera. Right now I see only the shadows, and I can render only the shadows. Okay, so for now I'm just going to render the objects because we have the shadows, and I'm going to the background and turn off the camera, right? So now it's not on the camera, it doesn't cast any shadow. So let's go to the render. Okay, so now it's nicely rendered. I'm going to save it. So now I'm just using Photoshop, but you can use any other tool, for example Photopea, which is totally free. I will just delete some part because I don't want to have the cut with the shadow. Shadow is pretty intense, so I'm just going to put a little bit down so it's just casual, not disturbing. Okay, so right now I have the image. I put some vibrance and some contrast. Right, if you want you can play more with that, but for now I'm pretty happy. I'm just going to save PNG file. Okay, so I am just going to put it here, and I will lock it and put my social above. Ariana Grande and Tom Hanks. Right, so this is basically it. This is what I wanted to show you, is that you can just with drag and drop you can use Blender. It's pretty powerful because you can combine them together, you can play, you can adapt, and you can create any scene you want to. The cool thing is that you can use different combo of woods, for example, and use it on the other part of the web page. Just by simple functions inside the Blender and combinations, the right combinations, you can build your whole branding or for your client and so on. This is just a fast example what you can do, and if you are interested, I can do more videos like this, how you can use Blender, put it inside the 3D objects inside the Figma or Photoshop or any other tool. Just put the comment inside the comment section and we can take a look and create some other videos. So this is it. This is how you can simply use asset library, and it's pretty powerful. We are growing all of our libraries, so you can just go and use them as much as you want to. If you have any question or if you want to hang out with other people who are learning 3D, just go to our Discord server. I will put everything inside description. Thank you so much. I'm Sam from 3D, and if you want to learn more about our 3D libraries, go to 3d.design. If you want to learn more about the icons, go to icons.design. That was it. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye.